How important is it to have a good executor of the estate, and in terms of the powers you give to that executor, how important is all of those things?
It's crucial, Marco. But what I've also found is that people are appointing executors without making the persons aware that they have been appointed as the executors. And being an executor is a big responsibility.
Yeah.
So when thinking about it as well, you know, you need to think about who you're going to appoint as an executor, but approach that person and discuss it with them. Are they willing to take on that responsibility? And then also make sure, of course, it's someone that's trusted and someone that's aware of where to find your documents if you are no longer there, you know? Because that is also something that's very important, that sometimes people put these things in place, but actually they've made no one aware of where to find the documents, you know? Yeah.
And so it's very valuable information that you're getting now. And I think that for all of us, when death strikes, and yes, you mourn and all of that, but it's the documentation that's always an issue. And I like what you said. Let people know. And if you're married, I think so. In my household, we have got a folder of all of the documents, and even my children know if there's certain things they need to go look for. It's in that particular folder with all of the documents in there. Instead of, I know in the past we used to run around for stuff. I know when we were getting our passports and stuff sorted out, it was all over the place, and then we came together. So listen, if we're ever going to look for stuff or put it in a particular folder. So that's maybe one tip for any family, to make sure there's a central place. And then also, I think in the case of my mom, it was on the day we could fairly find the stuff, but it would also be nice if you know where your parents, if you don't live with them, where they put their stuff, and because it just makes things so much more easier on the day. And let's talk about the benefits for those coming. So you're becoming much loved now, and people are asking for you. They're looking for the principal of Meraki Property Solutions. So what are the benefits to those who, firstly, when they come to meet you, but to those coming to attend these events? What are they going to gain from that?
So the first event is around legacy matters. So there will be free will drafting services available. If at the event we do not have enough time to complete the process, the service providers will arrange a free consultation to complete the will drafting at the convenience of those who are attending. So that is a good service for people to have, those who do not have a will in place, or those who want to get their wills updated. So there will be the attorney on hand as well as the financial service provider. So we are not pushing for a certain financial or a certain service provider to draft the will. There will be more than one service provider that can offer the service to draft the free will. And then with the second event will be geared around financial planning, and that is turning dreams into reality. And the second event is if I'm looking to qualify to purchase a property, or looking to qualify to rent a property, what are the criteria that the banks look at? What is the criteria that the agents look at? And what can I do in order to set myself up to be prepared for purchasing or renting a property? And even if there are landlords or property owners that also want some information, I mean, it's open to everybody. And what we will have on board at the second event, so the second event will be at the Riverwood Church in Plumstead, and there we will have the four main banks on site as vendors, as well as SA Home Loans, African Bank, and of course my team will be there as well, and we will help with any pre-qualifications if people are wanting to find out how much they qualify to rent or to buy.
I like that, almost like a one-stop shop, especially getting into my next point. Let's talk about property goals. And I think it's so important. We have many goals in life in terms of what we want to achieve. I think this should be very important as well to have property goals. Let's talk about that. You spoke about estate planning and financial planning, but let's talk to those individuals who's looking to achieve those property goals that they've set for themselves.
So that's where the financial planning actually comes into play, because it's the starting part of the process. It's about understanding what I qualify for, and if I don't qualify yet, what I need to do to become qualified or eligible. And maybe it will take me 3 months, maybe it will take me 6 months, right? And then based on that, you can now see, is it feasible for me to rent for another year, or do I need to start looking out for a property to purchase, etc., right? So that is how we're going to help you plan towards your property goals. So maybe the immediate goal might not be to purchase, the immediate goal might be to rent, and then preparing yourself to purchase. It will really depend on what your financial situation is. Yeah.
And we spoke about the pros and cons of renting, and maybe even in terms of a pro for yourself is to, when you're ready, even to prepare yourself. I think when you're able to sustain yourself during a rental period, then you surely know that actually, if I can maintain this, I can also then buy my own house, because I'm able to comfortably do this. But I think it's also making sure you're finding your right area, conditions for yourself, all of those, just making yourself savvy in terms of becoming a homeowner. And then sometimes the market is not right, and you can rent till you then ready to get into that market space. See, people's already wanting to know about that first event. Maybe you want to just give them some more details again.
So the first event, Legacy Matters, and that is Mastering Estate Planning, that will take place at the Blessed Hope Full Gospel Church. That is at 154 Craddock Road, Steenberg. It's right opposite the police station. The second event is Turning Dreams to Reality, and that is financial planning. And that will be at the Riverwood Church, and that is 3 Alva Road, Plumstead. And then we still need to chat about the final event, but the final event will be taking place at the AFM Athlone. And there we will be looking at career planning, and perhaps there are people that are interested in becoming qualified estate agents, or even attorneys, or even financial service providers. We will be giving some talks on what the steps would be to become qualified in these specialized fields.
And the one thing about Carmen, she's a great trainer as well. And loads of people have come through her hands, and she's a fantastic trainer where these things are concerned. But she's got a team around her as well. So let's talk to our listeners. We're running fast out of time. For those who want to book their spots, let's talk about how they can do that. What are the costs involved, if there's any cost involved?
There is absolutely no cost involved, Marco. We are bringing this to the community. The churches have come on board and provided us with the venues, as they also see the value in bringing this information to the communities. So, and then of course CCFM has come on board as well, and supporting with the advertising. So this collaboration of, church, property company, CCFM, we're all coming together to bring this at no cost to the community. Yeah. So the bookings are done via Quicket. It's loaded as 3 different events, so they can search World of Property Roadshow in order to take them to the specific event. If they would like to follow the roadshow and book for all events, that will be brilliant. If you really struggle with Quicket and you're not too tech savvy, you're welcome to send me a WhatsApp, and I will be able to send you the link directly or assist you with the registration.
See how good she is with all of that, thinking about you. And of course, you need to give details of how they can contact you for Meraki business as well, in terms of the website and your number. Okay,
so my WhatsApp number as well as my phone number is 079 495 7358.